Good afternoon, everybody. What is that? What the hell is that? What is that? I'm in the wrong truck. I'm just messing with you guys. Alright, so here's the 411. I got two videos that I've been meaning to make for months. I mean, oh damn, they're old. But that's not what we're going to be talking about today. First things first. I need my favorite little toy in the world. So, sorry, Mr. Creeper. I'm gonna put you over here. You know, the funny thing is I had time to work on those videos all week last week. Because I have been broke down. That is what is going on. My truck is actually in this place right here. It's on the other side of this building, and I will put up a picture, but you'll see that the entire dashboard is ripped out. Everything is ripped out, and that's not coming up with what I want. Let's take a look at my thing here. Yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, yeah, I'm back. Just gonna move on. This thing doesn't want it. This thing doesn't understand where exactly I'm trying to go. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it. The drop-off is at a rail yard, and those places are like super high security, so I can't film it going, you know, I can't film it going in there and dropping this. Anyways, let's get to the root of today's subject. Why am I in a stranger's vehicle? So, like I said, my truck had an issue, which I didn't think was all that bad. Apparently it's far worse than I thought. Essentially what happened was everything on the dash went out. Everything. My doors didn't work, my power mirrors didn't work, steering wheel didn't work. You know, I'm talking about like the buttons and stuff. All of these buttons didn't work. The only thing I had was headlights, turn signals, and four ways. And I thought maybe it was something with the fuse box. I was like, oh yeah, you know, this is gonna be like a quick fix. Last I heard, they're waiting for a new wiring harness. Am I turning right on the other side of this guy, or?
Turn right on Santa Fe Station. Then take
No,
right.
I'm turning on behind this. So, for the last week, I have been sitting in a motel here in Laredo. Just down about a mile and a half. I picked a really crappy one to go to. I mean, like, motel wasn't all that bad. Definitely wasn't on a 4-star rating.
Turn right on Grand Central Boulevard.
I got to go through this with my thing again. The reason why it kind of sucked was because there was nowhere to go eat near it. There was nothing to go see or do. You know, it was just in a really bad spot. You know, like I think on one side of me was a little truck yard, and then I had one of the police stations on the other side, and like an FBI building across the street from that. And you know, the only place that had drinks or anything like that was a little Valero gas station. So I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs, and then my driver manager calls me, and he says that they're looking for somebody to bring a abandoned truck back to the yard. And the first question I kept asking over and over again was, which yard? Because we have a yard down here. Okay, but it turned out this truck was at that yard, the Laredo yard, and they want me to bring it up to the Dallas yard. Now, I can't exactly say no. I mean, you know, that would just sound like I just don't want to work. It's like, no, that's okay. I'll just sit around and wait for my truck, whenever that might be. You know, it could be like a month. Well, I'll wait for it, right? And that's the thing, is that apparently they have this wiring harness coming in, but they don't know when it's going to get here. There's absolutely no information on that.
Turn right on 935 and exit left.
So I head on over. All this traffic right here is heading for the border. That's the direction for the border. You see up there, that's all border. All that's all border. It's been mucking things up all day for us. But I pack up my stuff from the hotel. I go back to Rush and get like a second bag. Oh, you son of a gun. Come on. And you know, I gotta sit there and pick and choose what I'm gonna take with me. I am only gonna be living out of 2 bags for however long, because once I drop this truck off, they are going to give me a loaner until mine is done, and then I guess they fly me back down here or some crap. I wonder if this guy's going to run me down. this guy's blocked off that, so you got a bunch of trucks waiting there. They all want to go down the border. I'm not sure why my side is slowing down so bad, but I think what I'm going to do is get over a lane, because everybody in this lane tends to be so slow for some reason. Yep, same thing. It's a Snyder again. Wonder if it's the same guy that helped me up not too long ago. So I get the 2 bags, and I get over to the Laredo yard. Actually, let me back that up for a second. So the first thing that I had to do was get a key for this. I guess apparently the driver didn't drop off keys. I don't know why he didn't drop off keys, but he didn't. So I had to get a key made, and they said that I could do it back at that dealership that we were just at. And I go and ask them, and their key thing is broken down. So they sent me to another one. The other one could do it, but they needed a blank Peterbilt key, which I don't carry blanks. I don't know where to get one from. I'm sure I can get one from the other Peterbilt, but I'm using lift service. I don't want to turn this into like a back and forth all day affair and end up with like an $85 bill. So after failing to achieve a key, I just go back to the yard, go to our little office that we have there. Good Lord. And I asked them if they happen to have a key for it. And apparently nobody told them that that a truck was even being grabbed. So they were asking, you know, some questions. I showed them my emails and whatnot. And eventually me and one other guy who had like this mountain of keys, you know, he had like the boss level dad keychain. Must have been like 200 or 300 different keys on there, and he takes me back to this truck, and we start going through a whole bunch of them, trying out each one to get in. Finally, he does. We search the whole vehicle. We don't find a spare or anything like that. But he finds one that works well enough with the ignition. So yeah, that's a fun thing. A lot of our keys are keyed the same, so it's entirely possible for somebody with a similar truck to just climb into yours. Now I'm going to point this out because this is going to pertain to another section of the story. You got all these trucks right here. We're going to get on the other side of this overpass. We got the truck stops up here. You'll see like this huge backup. I'm keeping my eye on the side because I could have sworn I saw some brake smoke, which I'll talk about that in a second. It's not so bad now, but usually this is backed all the way up, which it was for me just a little while ago. I going crazy, or is my cruise actually saying 30 max? So I now have a somewhat functioning key. We got to get my insurance transferred over. It's like a temporary insurance going from my truck to this truck, so that I can drive this. And we only moved one of them. The others, the other forms, I guess, stick with me. Regardless, I think this is actually a newer driver, because I think I'm capping out at 66. So that would probably indicate this guy probably hasn't been driving for as long. That's really silly though, that the cruise is only at 30. What's the point of even having a cruise? So I am in this truck now, and as you can tell, it looks like somebody is still in here. I don't know what the driver's story is. I don't know what the full story is behind the truck. I'm just told to take this from Laredo back to Dallas, and we're going to do it with a load, which is going to go to the rail yard, which is going to complicate my night. The first thing that we had to do was get power, okay, because the guy didn't set the APU on, which I should probably be thankful for in a way. So we managed to hook up some cables to it, got just enough juice to fire up the APU, which could charge the batteries after that. Then I saw my next problem. There was like no fuel in this truck at all. I was just like, what the hell, man? God, you don't fill up for you to shut down somewhere. One of the other issues that I was noticing was that it looked like this truck had been buried in the mud up to its frame. So I have no idea what's going on there, but I mean, it was just caked in mud. I just took it down to the truck washed, and got it cleaned up for the yard. I think that's where the brake smoke might be coming from. It might be the brakes rubbing against dirt. So, like I said, I'm gonna keep an eye on the side, because I thought I saw some, but we'll see how it goes. But like I said, I don't know the story behind the driver. The only information that I gleaned was that it looked like he had gotten like a plane ride home. So first things first, today I had to go and try to make it to the truck stop, and I was watching my needle the entire way, man. God, that scared the crap out of me. We got up to that exit 12 back there where I was pointing out the vehicles, and I think I had to wait 4 times through the light before I could finally turn. And while I'm waiting, this truck is wanting to regen like crazy. When these things regen, it takes more fuel. I'm like, man, don't regen. I can't spare that fuel right now. I did make it, obviously. I've been in about a half a tank. That was probably overkill. I set myself up for 600 miles at 7 gallons. I probably won't be that much, but at least I will bring this back to the yard with more fuel than I started with. So we got the truck, we got the trailer, I got it filled up, went over to the truck wash, got it cleaned up for the yard, and I made my way back to Rush because there was a couple things that I needed to pick up, like memory chips for the camera, which is why I haven't made those videos yet, because I keep forgetting those chips. Now, as for this job, when you go out, collect a abandoned vehicle and bring it back, this is actually a job within the company, for people who don't want to just be OTR. Okay, I mean there were guys out there who get sent out. The company just flies them out to whatever city and whatever state the truck was abandoned in. He picks it up, and if it still has a load on it, he drops off the load. If not, then they give him a load that comes back towards the yard. Yeah, it doesn't matter who is driving the truck. A load is still a load going somewhere. That video where I talked about passing out at the truck stop, the guy that they sent out to me was one of those drivers. He came out to collect me and the truck because I was on safety hold. They weren't going to let me drive it. I don't know what the pay rates are. I don't know what I'm going to make on this yet. This is a short haul for one. I mean, it's, I'm just taking it to the rail yard. I don't know what I make though for bringing in the truck. I'll probably have to ask about that at some point in time. I'll tell you one of the things that feels really weird is driving without the steering wheel cover. I'm so used to having a bigger grip on it. As for all of the guy's stuff, I don't know what's going to happen to it. My guess is that the company is probably going to clean this truck out, put his stuff in storage or something, and this truck is going to get rotated to somebody else. That is my guess. As for me, I'll be getting in like probably, well, it's gonna be almost 1 by the time I get to that place, probably later, and then I'll get back to the yard. I will turn the truck in. I don't have to worry about the paperwork or the trailer. And then I'll probably have to get like a ride over to a motel or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Man, these Snyders are killing me today. Down to 45. So that's been my week. Yeah, what I'll do is probably get into a hotel room. And I'll probably leave my stuff there for the day and head back to the Yorkton Mall and and I'll get checked in with everybody else, find out what I'm going to get for like a loaner, and then I'll use that to I'll probably use the truck to take it back over to the motel and get my bags, my 2 bags, and then my guess is they'll probably have me do local driving for however long until my truck gets fixed. You never know. Maybe I will do OTO and I'll end up all over the country. What is more than likely though is that once the truck is ready, I'll probably get a flight down to Laredo. It's been a long time since I've been on a plane. I've been angry with the airlines ever since TSA took my can of beans. That was going to be my victory can of beans when I became like a full driver. Trust what these drivers are doing in front of me. I keep getting up front, putting on the brakes. We got the immigration checkpoint up here. We'll film that really quick and then we'll do a little montage for as long as I have a son, which doesn't look like it's going to be very long. I got a very late start today. I haven't seen any more brake smoke, so I'm thinking I might have been right on them just being dirty. I'll tell you one thing though, one thing that I do enjoy about this Pete is I don't hear the engine fan. Which is one of the things that I got them looking at, man. I told them, man, I have taken that truck in so many times for the engine fan being stuck. I want that damn thing fixed, not just pin a band-aid. Don't just reset it because it'll just go back to having the same problem. I want the damn thing fixed. I want a quiet truck again. thinking this is just a seems to be coordinating to get everybody in a certain group. Seized. Those are probably the vehicles that that's not so nice. I've always wanted to play a joke on these guys, which would require like a lot of work. But it would require moving the passenger seat so I could fit a donkey into the cab. Yes, you heard that right. And then I was gonna put on like a big goofy sombrero, poncho, and a fake mustache, and act like the Colombian coffee guy. Yep. Yep. This thing here, this is actually a bigger version of what I've seen before. That's a giant X-ray. Good Lord, these guys are slow. It's gonna take me forever to get back. Alright. I think we've had enough talk. We'll do like a little bit of montage for as long as we can.